We are considering A Thing of Beauty by John Keats, and in the previous presentation we saw the first 5 lines talk of the characteristics, the 4 characteristics and all that a thing must possess in order to be called beautiful. Now we move on 6th line onwards, and having described the characteristics of beautiful things, the poet moves on to say that it is precisely because of these reasons, these characteristics that a thing must possess in order to be called beautiful. It is precisely because of this that every morning when we wake up, we are tying ourselves by the help of a flowery band or a garland to Mother Nature. Therefore, every morning we wake up, this is celebration of beauty. In these lines, the poet celebrates beauty by saying that every morning we wake up, morrow means morning. Every morning we wake up, we find one thing or the other beautiful in the lap of Mother Nature, and because it is intrinsic to human beings to admire things beautiful, we admire that beautiful thing in the lap of Mother Nature, and by way of and this admiration of us of things beautiful in Mother Nature ties us to Mother Nature, or keeps us rooted to Mother Nature. Now we have to understand one thing. There are 2 things that will put the things in perspective, in right perspective. One, that the reason the Almighty put all things beautiful on earth was to keep the human beings rooted, tied to Mother Nature. And the second thing is that the Almighty put all things beautiful, the Almighty put the ability to admire things beautiful in all of us. So He put beautiful things on earth and put inside all of us the ability to admire things beautiful. So whenever we wake up every morning, we find one thing or the other beautiful on earth and admire it. And when we admire, we are, in a way, this admiration, in a way, ties us to Mother Nature, keeps us rooted to Mother Nature, keeps us close to Mother Nature. So he says, therefore, on every morrow are we tying a flowery band, a garland, to bind us to the earth. And we bind us to Mother Earth, we keep ourselves rooted to Mother Earth or tied to Mother Earth by the help of a garland. Now, at this juncture, the poet gives a proof of the significance or the ultimate value of a thing beautiful in these lines. In these lines, and these lines actually end here. So these lines have to be read together. This is actually one sentence. Spite of despondence, of the inhuman dearth, of noble natures, of the gloomy days, of all the unhealthy and overdarkened ways made for our searching, yes. In spite of all, some shape of beauty moves away the pall from our dark spirits. Now, there is a play on words in these lines, and there is a play on the word spite. And the word spite means feeling of ill will, jealousy, hatred, animosity, enmity. And then if you consider the 11th line, there is a phrasal preposition in spite of or in spite of. It also has the word spite. Here the meaning of phrasal preposition is different from the individual meaning of the word spite. So therefore there is a play on the meaning of the word spite in these lines. Spite, the word that the lines begin with, mean feeling of animosity, hatred, ill will, jealousy, animosity, enmity. And in spite of means however, despite, or nevertheless. Alright. So despondence, hopelessness, a state of utter hopelessness, despair. So he says spite of despondence. Spite, feeling of ill will, animosity, enmity, hatred, jealousy, resulting because of a state of hopelessness. Then it says spite of the inhuman dearth of noble natures. Spite, that is feeling of ill will, hatred, animosity, enmity, jealousy, because of the cruel, inhuman lack of noble natures, such as honesty, truthfulness, being faithful, etc. So the second cause of spite